not including immediate family. I'm not going to talk about the politics of cats and dogs, or why the cat should get to sleep in the bed, or how wrong it is that the dog likes to poop right outside the cat's door. I'm not taking the cat's side or calling the dog a bitch. The legendary Martin Buber, an Austrian Jew, was a coexistence visionary. In 1947, he wrote, "The life of dialogue involves turning towards the other. Let's define the other. In this story, it's either an Israeli or a Palestinian. But in life, it's anyone who has different beliefs, values, and ideologies." So, in 2006, I was in Israel volunteering with Ligno. This is a girls' yeshiva in Spot that had been bombed during the war with Lebanon. So, I got really interested in the conflict. And you may recognize my beloved mentor, Jewish renewal Rabbi Tirza Firestone. I blame her for my second trip to Israel. She inspired me to attend something called the Sulha, which is a grassroots gathering for encounter dialogue, where I took most of these photos. Can you identify her ethnicity or her beliefs from this photo? My goal was to explore using the power of portraits as testimony to the efforts that are happening every day to connect with the other, to listen, and to understand. Rabbi Nachman said the whole world is a narrow bridge and we must cross it with courage. I believe in the potential of the encounter, which honors human connection over who is right. I witnessed countless meetings with the other, smack in the middle of that narrow bridge. Hagit on the left said to me, "The most difficult journey in the world is 30 centimeters long. It lies between our head and our heart." She lost her husband to the conflict, and she shares her grief with the other, who is also grieving. After spending some time in Israeli prisons, Ali Abu Awad works with the Parent Circle Family Forum. A teen who lost his brother to the conflict asked Ali about how to deal with his friends who have hatred for the enemy. And Ali said, "It's worth it if you can open one person's heart, even a little bit." Robi tells a story about her son who was killed by a sniper while serving as a soldier at a checkpoint. Her commitment to encounter the other begs the questions, why shouldn't I listen to an other? What could I forgive? Their friendship is the living potential of coexistence. Remember when I asked you to save your thoughts about that sticker? I think it's very difficult to sit here in Boulder and truly imagine what it would be like to face someone that you've been taught to hate. So how do we define successful coexistence? Is it just when a cat and a dog mind their own business and ignore each other? Or is it when they sit and listen to each other's stories that transcend foreign languages? How can we help shape what coexistence should look like? What does it feel like to meet another with an open heart and a curious mind? I'm going to challenge you to go out of your way and find out. Find another, someone who dresses differently, acts differently, talks differently, thinks differently than yourself. So I guess I'll see you in Denver. These guys coach soccer games with Jewish and Arab kids. I don't know why this never shows up in the news, but in my Israel travel journal I wrote, "When we commit to some act that dares to reach across the bridge to the other, we send a message to the next generation that says, I want you to have more peace in your world than I had in mine." So when I found out about an outward bound peace-building trip in the Italian Alps with Arab and Jewish teens, I felt strongly that I was supposed to be there. I had to beg to be allowed to join as a photographer because who the heck was I? Being pre-Kickstarter days with questionable financial intelligence, I paid for my own airfare and witnessed unlikely collaboration, incredible frustration, and prolonged meltdowns. I was curious how far the diameter of dialogue could stretch and if I could fit that diameter into my lens. Their barriers and challenges to peace belong to all of us. One girl shared a lot of her anger towards Israel with me, yet she forged a beautiful friendship with an Israeli girl. If that was possible amidst epic failures of group communication and deep-seated mistrust, what else is possible? Imagine if the headlines looked like this for the next 30 days. What could happen? I was amazed at how efforts to encounter the other were everywhere. YMCAs and Cinematheque, museums, schools. So how do you coexist with an other? In the next week, let's all go out of our way to encounter someone we would not connect with otherwise. Let's find out what happens when we intentionally practice coexistence.